back, everybody. It's Graybeard's Garage. I know it's been about 2 months since I had a video put out. If you're curious as to what the reason was, check out my previous video. Almost wasn't here anymore. So if you would check that one out, I'd appreciate it. Go and leave me a like, a comment, and be sure to subscribe. Let's see what we can do about this algorithm to get my videos shared far and wide. Doing excellent on building up the subscribers. I appreciate every one of you. Today I got a quick little video. It's kind of, I guess you could say, an unboxing and product review of a little Christmas present that I got. As you can see here, I have numerous vehicles in the garage. Here we got a TW200, a 2001 Sportster 1200 Custom done up old school, a 2014 Ultra Limited, and my 2022 GI Trike, and also now a John Deere tractor. One of the biggest problems with all these vehicles, they don't all get ridden at the time, all the time, excuse me, and they tend to sit up for a while, and that's not healthy for the batteries. Not to mention the temperature extremes. In the summertime, it's getting hot out here, and in the wintertime, it's getting cold. It's really tough on batteries. Previously on the Sportster here, probably in the last 15 years, I've probably put about 4 or 5 batteries on it because of the heat in Tucson was just killing them. So what I have gotten, thanks to Santa Claus, my dear wife, we have got a project or a product today that I want to share with you that I think is worth the investment. For basically the cost of one battery, you can save all your other batteries. All right, let's see here what this product is before I get too far into it. This is Harley's 4-bank 8-amp battery charger. Looks like the part number is 6600319. You can see it's a 2-amp, 4-bank battery charger. And it's for 12 volt, also does 6 volt, but for regular or lithium ion batteries, which is a good thing because I know a lot of you folks out there now switching over to lithium batteries, and you can't just put a regular charger on them. So let me get this put up on the tripod here, and I get set up and show you what's going on. All right, here we go. I said this is approximately a little over $200 list price. I got this one during the Black Friday sale, so you got it right around $200. I think the cost of batteries nowadays, a good quality battery, you're looking at about 200 plus for a good battery for a Harley. So this is well worth it, especially if you've replaced the many batteries I have over the years. The thing is boxed really well. It's actually larger than I thought it was. Originally I thought it was going to be about that big, but it's pretty huge. So it's packaged really well in here. It's quite heavy, weighs a couple of 3 pounds. When you first pull it out, and you can see here's your 4 individual leads and your power cord. Each one comes with a protective cap in case you're not going to use that particular lead. You have mounting positions on either side where you can mount it on the wall if you like, which I plan to do. It'd probably end up mounting on the face of one of my wall lockers over there. That's where I park my bikes. Now you can see here there's power for each one. It will not power up unless you have a battery connected to it. Then you can choose here from a normal battery, which is your standard lead acid batteries. Then the second position is for your acid glass mat batteries, which are a lot of your sealed batteries, and then your lithium, then also 6 volt. Then you have warnings up here for incorrect connection, bad battery, polarities reversed, and also temperature. So it's pretty intuitive. One thing that I kind of panicked when I first pulled it out of the box, you got 3 boxes like this in the bottom here. You open up your first box, you have owner's manual. Looks kind of intimidating. This thing's almost 1 inch thick. Well, let you know, you only see about 4 pages of this. It's in probably 20 different languages because this is sold for multi places around the world. And inside this first box also, as you can see, you have power connectors for different places around the world. We got 3 different ones. And these are all different 220 volts wherever where you travel to, or if you happen to live in another country. So it's pretty awesome that they included this. And they also provide you some screws, self-tapping, if you want to mount it on the wall or whatnot. So that's your first box. So it contains your power cords, and then your owner's manual. I said this is the power cord here for the 110 volt here in the US, and it just plugs in right into the front like so. And you've probably got about 8 feet of cord here, which is more than enough. And then in the other two boxes, what you get, in each box, you're going to have 2 power cords, and they'll be in here like this. And these are each 8 foot long. They have your protective covers on each end, and this also allows you, if need to, you can daisy chain these together to reach out. You know, I would say I would not recommend probably no more than 2 of them, but you know, do as you will. At some point, I may run 3 if I have to, but you can daisy chain these. You know, I said 8 foot is pretty good distance. I'm able to hook up 4 of my bikes without having to daisy chain anything. Then what's neat, so you get 4 of these, 1 for each one of the leads, and then you also get alligator clip for each one of the leads. And I've got one undone here. Each one has a fuse on it, which I think is pretty cool. And these weather protection are pretty good. It's just a 5 amp fuse. I wouldn't suggest going any higher than that because of what it is. They're really good quality. Looks like they're copper plated at least, if not solid copper clamps. Nice strong spring in there. Good quality flexible cable. And of course, like I said, you've got your standard dual port plug here that connects right onto the end of your cable, or if need be, you can even hook it directly up to the charger here, like I had done on another battery that was outside of a vehicle that I was charging. So you get 4 of these clamps, 4 of the 8 foot cables, and that's pretty much it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and move this over by my bikes and hook it up to one of them and show you what it looks like when it's operating. Alright, so I'm going to show you how you basically set this up for use. One of the first thing you're going to do is you're going to plug it into the wall preferably, but right now my power cord is a little out of reach, so I'm going to stick it into my extension cord here. As you can see, it comes up. All the power lights are red, showing that there is nothing connected. And right now I've got 2 bikes connected to my right and 1 here on my left. So what I'm going to do with it, the one on my left here, which is my tri-glide, I'm going to go ahead and unravel this cord and plug it into the bike. And so these cords are set up for your standard 2-port charging port that comes on your bikes. Now this bike has been sitting here overnight without being charged at all. So what I'm going to do here is, you remove your safety plugs, and you can choose whichever one you want. One thing you can do here, let's see. Now, like I said, you can't power it on unless you have something connected to it. So what you do is you power this up, automatically comes on, and then you choose here, what 12 volt AGM, lithium, or 6 volt. But it won't let you go to 6 volt unless it is. So we're going to go to the AGM, because all the Harley factory batteries, unless they're lithium or absorbed glass mat batteries, as you can see, what it's doing now is actually analyzing the battery. So it'll blink here a couple of times, and then it'll step up to the next one. So it's just making sure that everything with your battery is okay at the moment. And then once everything is kosher and it likes what it's seeing, it's going to start stepping up with a trickle charge. Let me go ahead and hook up these other 2 bikes and I'll show you. So this one here is going to be my 2014 Ultra. I'll go ahead and hook it in. And it's going to come up. It's going to start doing the same thing. See, I've already had this one set for the absorbed glass mat battery, so it's checking everything out. And this is my Sportster. Over here, I've got it hooked up with the alligator clips onto the battery because I haven't gotten around to putting a charge port on that bike yet. And this still leaves me with one more port left. And see here, this first one, it's already starting its progressive charge. So everything was good and it's stepping up now to the next state. Then it's going to step up here shortly. See, these two here are still analyzing, making sure everything's good with the battery. And see there, this battery's good now. It's reached its particular voltage, and what it's going to do now is sit here, blink for a few minutes until it tops off, and once it tops off, it'll be green, and these lights will go out, and then it'll shut itself off with the green solid. And every once in a while, you know, of course, you have your alarm system drawing down on the newer bikes, that it'll kick in and top off the battery. I mean, so far, I've been really pleased with it. This unit is supposedly water resistant. It seems pretty heavy duty as far as shockproof goes. So if you drop it, you know, unless you body slam it or something on the ground, I think it'll be all right. I really don't know what else to say. I've been really pleased with it. I love the fact that we have these long connectors on it. The fact that you can connect multiple bikes at one time. I said it's 2 amp max per channel, even though they put it out as 8 amp. It will only put out 2 amps maximum off of each of the 4 channels that it has. I love it. I really don't know what else to say. I think it's worth the investment. Like I said, this one a little over $200, and like I said, the cost of new batteries, I really don't want to tell you other than the fact that it's a damn good investment. You know, I thought about going with a smaller one for one bike, and I'm like, no, eventually I end up needing another one, then another one, and I tend to forget to switch them between bikes. This way, I roll my bikes into the garage, and I just park them and I hook them up, and I don't have to worry about it. You see, this one here is already up to par. It's gone solid green. That's the older Sportster battery. There's nothing pulling any juice off of that one except for the memory and the speedometer. So that one comes up really quick. You see the first one here is just about up to solid. It's gone through its progressive. And this one here is still going through its progressive. I haven't had my Ultra Limited hooked up, I guess about 3 or 4 days now. So it's bringing the battery up to par. So let me know what you think below. Any other questions you may have about this unit, let me know. I'll see if I can answer them. You know, be sure to like the video, subscribe for me if you will. Leave me a comment. The more that we can beat this algorithm and get the numbers up, get the view numbers up, I'll be able to put out more comment here for you guys. Let me know if there's any particular things you'd like to know about in the comments, or anything I might could do a review on that's within my means. Is right now everything is sponsored by my wallet and my wife's wallet. So really don't know what to say there other than thank you so much for joining me. This is Graybeard. Until next time.